this week we're taking a look at one of the original American battle rifles. This is the 1917, some call it the M17, some call it the 17 Enfield, some call it the American Enfield. It's really kind of a cool story. It was made in 1917 at the time of World War I. It shoots a 30-06 round. And what happened was, during World War I, the British had their they had the number 1 Mark III, that Lee Enfield rifle, and they could not produce them fast enough. So they called on the United States to produce the model P14, which was a long bolt-action rifle, looked a lot like this, to produce the P14 rifle in 303 British. After the U.S. had completed the contract with Great Britain, had supplied all these rifles, the United States entered World War I, 1917, and they needed rifles. They had the 1903 Springfield, and they just could not make them fast enough, could not keep up the war effort. So what they did is they took that P14, they've been making them, they said, hey, let's just switch it out, convert it, so now we can make it in 30-06. So they just rechambered which is the 303 barrel and a 303 bolt, and made it to fit a 30-06 round. So now you had this 1917 rifle, looks a lot like the British P14, only it shoots a 30-06. In fact, some kind of cool things is it's fed by a 5-round stripper clip. Well, that 303 round is a rimmed cartridge, takes up quite a bit of space in the magazine. When they converted over to the 30-06, it's a rimless round. It took up less space. So even though this was fed with a 5-round stripper clip, it'll actually hold 6 rounds.
There's actually room for one more.
That the rim made up enough room where we're taking an additional round. So this became a 6-round rifle. A lot of neat features that make it a battle rifle. It is durable. It is heavy duty. It's rugged. You have the small aperture sight, the peep sight. But look at this huge, big, long sight radius. Tremendous accuracy. And then you had this flip-up, adjustable rear sight. I don't even see it because I'm wearing black. So now you had what they call the target sight. So you went from this battle sight, flip up, and you had adjustable for elevation. You can adjust this for different ranges, and now you became almost like a target rifle. And you're shooting that 30-06 round. Devastating. Still one of my favorite rounds of all time. But a lot of fun to shoot, a great history. Like I said, during that 1917 period, America just went to work. In fact, they made so many of these, they produced more 1917s than they were making 1903s. So more soldiers in World War I had an Enfield than they had that Springfield rifle. In fact, it's believed that Alvin York did all his, if you want to read some history, go read on Alvin York, a Tennessean, just an amazing individual who did all his battling with a Enfield 30-06 that he called the British rifle. But just a great gun, wood and steel, great history, great fun shooting, all around fantastic gun, fantastic story. Do a little research, do some reading on it. It's just a great story of American manufacturing and engineering and know-how and ingenuity, and just the might of the American manufacturing and production ability that we just don't see American workers doing that nowadays. But assembly lines, and they're going through hundreds of trees a day using the walnut. They're turning out barrels, and the numbers that are just absolutely incredible. Amount of people who went to work, the amount of women who went to work building these rifles, because the men were all taken off for the war. I believe it's like 20% of the workforce was women. So this was probably had a hand, and you figure 1917 women didn't even vote yet. Women didn't get the vote till 1920. So you had women in the workforce, out of the home, building rifles, getting ready for World War I. But a ton of fun, a great history, great rifle, very, very accurate. This big heavy thing soaks up some of that recoil from the 30-06, so it's a lot of fun to shoot. You'll see in the video, John Henry and I both got a chance to shoot it, and it's easy to load. That's that 5-round stripper clip. And just to kind of like a side note, the stripper clips that we were using were actually for an 1893 Mauser. They fit that 30-06 rim, and they feed smooth as silk, and they're a lot more durable than the American stripper clips. They tend to be kind of fragile. So I've got a stack of 1893 Mauser stripper clips, and that's what you can see in the video. That's what we're using to feed this monster. But a lot of fun, great shooting. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the videos. You'll see more, and you'll get next time I make another. You'll get word of it. I love when you like the videos. I love when you comment. I try to comment on it. I respond to everybody who comments on a video. So we'll see you in the next video.
All right.